Welcome back to Let's Play The Punisher. It's the final level.
It's been a long journey.
Indeed. Frank's finally in prison. All's right with the world. Time for 45 minutes of credits.
Yay! So, about the X-Men, because no one's asked about that yet.
I'm in Ryker's now, waiting for my chance.
You're laughing, but the credit sequence is really long, so I probably will resort to that before long.
Looking forward to it.
6 hours of this and we're right back where we started.
See, she's seen the credit sequence.
You are one uncooperative SOB, Castle.
You're welcome.
So this is how it ends, Castle? Your enemy's all dead and you stuck here in a prison cell for the rest of your life?
Not quite. John Saint's still alive.
But he's in prison too. In fact, he's being held right here in Ryker's.
Yes, he is.
You can't be planning. How?
The Eternal Sun's not gonna leave him here. When they strike, I strike.
You're crazy. This is a maximum security prison.
I don't know how you knew this was gonna happen.
Stay quiet and stay here with Molly. All hell's gonna break loose. They're gonna free all the inmates and escape in the confusion.
What about you?
I'm gonna kill all the inmates and escape in the confusion. You done the right thing, Soap. All along.
Due process.
I'm guessing by confusion, they mean there's going to be lots of people standing around going, hang on a minute, these guys weren't dead a minute ago.
Basically. It's unhealthy to be unconscious. Let's check up on... Oh, no, they've dissolved.
That's how unconscious it is. That's how dangerous it is.
Yep. Chloroform dissolves people.
Explode. Gotta find Jigsaw before he gets away.
Somehow all the inmates got guns.
I got a lead enema for you. Hey, put that down. You want to be in here for life? I like it here, Dixon. So long. Thanks, Castle. I owe you one.
I want a decent weapon.
Yeah, okay. We
Like
could
a
use
manhunt for a second there.
Yeah. Clearly we need a decent weapon because we can't handle ourselves otherwise.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey, the shotgun doesn't come with a silencer.
Yep. I mean, if the auto shotgun had a silencer, we'd basically be Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. If only. Which reminds me, we really need a cattle brain exploder device
Oh,
in
yeah.
this game.
Can you look at this from a...
Yep.
Maybe if they'd ever come out with a Punisher 2.
Locked. Someone must have keys.
Maybe someday.
We can but hope.
Yes. This part here, if I was using the silence pistol, which the pistol has a silencer now,
Yeah.
you can sort of stealth around and not get spotted, but as soon as one guy spots you, absolutely everyone here automatically knows where you are.
Talk or die.
And besides which, you bought the silencer upgrade.
You're gonna punish me, aren't you?
Why?
Can't think of anything to say.
I mean, it has the
Later on,
potential
we'll
to
be
be
killing gods all
useful
over.
and change the gameplay
Yeah,
occasionally.
Maybe about 5 levels back.
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's pretty useless to us now. But I wanted to try it out, so whatever. I really wanted to show off the kill recovery upgrade, but it's 400,000 points.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that's really good if you buy it probably around about the halfway point in the game.
Yeah,
Which is really the first point you're going to be able to afford it.
and you can't really buy any upgrades up to that point,
Yeah.
so that makes things a lot more difficult. And it sort of encourages sloppy gameplay because it allows you to recover health very easily,
Yeah.
which is going to drastically reduce the number of points you get for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So there's really no way to win.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wish that they, you know, as we've said a million times in this LP, that they'd chosen an alternate way to earn points.
Yeah, the one thing I absolutely despise about this game is still the scoring system. And the fact that the upgrades are so ridiculously expensive that I'm pretty sure it's literally impossible to buy all the upgrades in the game.
I never came close, so it's entirely possible you're right.
Yeah, I've been grinding points, and I'm about close to 300,000 away from the kill recovery upgrade, and I've got golds on more than half the missions.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help as well that you don't really earn all the points you get when you're replaying a stage.
Yeah.
You only get any extra points.
Mm-hmm. Which means there's a limited number of points that it's even possible to get in the entire game.
Exactly. If they just done it so that, okay, you earned 50,000 points here. You replay the stage, you get another 40,000. Okay, congratulations, you got 90,000 points. Would have been so much fairer.
I also would have liked it if the endless punishment mode let you keep the points that you get from that. That would have been a nice bonus and a reason to do punishment mode, which there currently is not. Like I said, awful scoring system.
Who started the riot?
Hey, cut this shit out!
Now they're going full manhunt too.
Yeah.
Except it was. I was gonna say if it was Manhunt 2, you'd be drowning him in it. Oh well, never mind.
I think it is possible to drown them in there, but it takes a long time.
Yeah, I think you have to fully force it all the way to the side.
Yeah, it takes an almost literal 5 minutes, like a real drowning.
Yeah. Not that we would know anything about that, right, kids? Smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod.
Stuck that guy in the wall.
I'm just wondering where he got the knife from.
Yeah, like you said earlier, he's a portal to the knife dimension. Nothing can stop it.
Shit.
I mean, if you want to finagle it, you could always say that when Soap was unlocking his handcuffs, he also handed him a combat knife about the size of his forearm.
And enough to throw around anytime he goes into berserk mode.
Well, obviously, wouldn't want him to be underprepared.
True.
Thanks, hold on. Help's coming.
We gotta save this gutshot soldier.
Guards, report to staging areas immediately. This is not a drill.
And things are descending into complete chaos.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Again, saving that guy is in keeping with Frank's personal code, because he is essentially innocent. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank has no love for the law, but he still won't do anything to the guys that uphold it.
When they're actually doing so.
Yeah.
Corrupt cops get it pretty bad.
As long as they're not on the take.
Where's Jigsaw?
I know of no jigsaw.
You do not scare me, Punisher.
Oh.
Blast.
Warden's office. Jigsaw is heading there.
Wonder who the warden is. Someone we've met.
See, I've been watching Arrested Development lately, and all I can think of is who's that guy that's inside the actor's studio?
Oh, James Lipton?
Yeah, he plays prison warden in it.
Oh yeah.
Like actually James Lipton as himself.
One got away.
Better luck next time.
Yep.
Actually, first time I saw that bit, I thought it was a bunch of guards escaping, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, usually I don't react in time to get any of them.
Yeah.
That time I was prepared.
Didn't think I'd left that many Yakuza alive.
Well, he only took 100 guys, hopped up an MGH with him.
That guard lives through this. I owe him one.
Can anybody hear me? They're slaughtering us in the workshop. We need help.
You like little kids, you sick fuck? We're gonna make this
Looks
slow
like you didn't make it.
and painful. Hey,
Yeah, guard dies no matter what you do.
Yeah.
let's have us a weenie roast.
Let's beat the shit out of him, then burn him.
Give him the monk. He wore out his last girlfriend.
You know, I'm kind of inclined to let these guys go for it on principle, but...
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but we're not exactly saving this guy. That's for damn sure. We're saving him for later.
I mean, they're not wrong, but they're bad guys, so they kind of deserve punishment on principle.
Yeah. We're morally obligated to kill absolutely everybody.
Well, we do want to make sure that there's enough chaos going on.
Yeah. Which, in this version of the story, is incited by the Yakuza somehow.
Yeah.
Not really explained how.
Well, Takagi did say that Jigsaw had taken the remnants of the Eternal Sun with him, so...
Okay, yeah, that probably explains it.
Presumably it's whoever didn't die in the Takagi building.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
At the very least, Jigsaw has enough ties inside the prison to
Looking for you.
command everybody to go berserk at the same time.
Yeah.
Try to get this guy in the bonfire, but I sort of missed.
Not that time.
No, I don't miss twice. Except most of the time.
Yeah. Except for those times when you do, and you sort of look around really disappointed.
Yep.
You wouldn't shoot an unarmed man, would you?
Weapons.
Not shoot, no.
Where can I find more?
I'm dead anyway. Get it over with.
Oh! Right in the chest and gonads. For some reason, this makes me wince more than the toilet bowl.
Tell me anything?
Yeah, this is a rough one.
An upstairs cell. The Molotovs. Oh, fuck, it hurts.
If hell is a choir, they've got a new soprano.
Really, Frank? That wasn't necessary. On the plus side,
But he got us Molotovs.
yeah, we've got a whole new bunch of weapons, probably made from prison wine.
Run, you fucking pigs, run!
Please don't.
It sounds like that Soprano's working out fine for him.
Oh yeah. And then the guards we saved die of heart attacks. It's tragic.
Yeah, rip. Who knew that small shower of sparks could be quite so deadly?
Evacuate the administration wing immediately. Repeat, evacuate admin wing immediately.
There's all these wide open areas and corridors all around, and most of them are dead ends.
Yeah.
Partially a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I mean...
Then again, most of these levels are so huge anyway, it takes forever to explore them all.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, with this stage, you kind of wish that they'd done a... kind of like the beginning of the funeral home again, and just had hundreds of really easy-to-kill enemies.
Yeah, might have been a bit anticlimactic at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Now that we've been through shit like Grand Nixon Island and all the really hard levels.
Yeah. But at the same time, it just would have been such a complete power trip, you know?
Yeah, would have been nicely cathartic as well.
Yeah, just mowing down tons of low-level mooks.
And then the rest of the level is very ridiculously difficult. Would have been a nice contrast, I think.
This guy's the Punisher.
Then again, this level is also 45 minutes long, so maybe it doesn't need any extra length added to it.
Yeah.
A lot of these firefights tend to go very slowly because enemies will run around these huge areas and get caught behind weird corridors that you're not even supposed to go through.
Yeah, and there's lots of easily available cover for them as well, which doesn't help. And of course, them being NPCs, they can use it far more effectively than you.
Situation critical in G block.
Yep, no kidding.
Multiple officers down and... Oh shit. Castle's loose too!
Open the gates. I need to get through.
Got my orders, Castle. No can do.
Your orders are getting guards killed in there.
Just go back to your cell. We got things under control.
I'd hate to see things when they're out of control.
I'm needed elsewhere. Go back to your cell.
Yeah, you go back to your cell and think about what you've done, Frank.
So now we're gonna go do that.
Yeah.
Gonna be the only person still in their cell. I don't think we even got a cell. We just went to 6 hours of interrogation.
Pretty much. Go back to your interrogation room doesn't have the same ring to it, though.
Hey, who's there? What the fuck's going on?
Let's just let these death row criminals out.
Hey, come on, let
I'm
me out.
pretty sure this isn't how they have death row set up for real, but
Probably
Gotta
not.
let me out of here. They're gonna kill me.
Who are you?
Ronnie the Ripper.
You killed all those housewives back in '91.
Glad you remember. How about letting me out of here?
What's in it for me?
There's a stash of guns and shit nearby. They're yours if you let me out.
Deal.
Hurry, it's the box back there on the wall.
I do like the idea of putting death row inmates like within eyeshot of the electric chair.
yeah.
Thanks, I owe ya. What's your name?
Frank Castle.
You fucking me? You're the Punisher. Oh, shit! I'll just go back in my cell, all right?
Governor called, Ripper. Your execution date got moved up. Where's that stash of weapons?
Oh! Fuck you, man. I heard about the shit you do. I only said that so you'd let me out.
And another pretty fun interrogation. As much as the previous levels have been kind of padded out, this one makes up for it.
It's in a utility hallway. Upstairs.
Thank you.
Only place in New York you can still smoke indoors.
Great one-liner.
Justice smells like hot dogs.
Thank you, Ralph Wiggum. That section gave me a lot of trouble. Took a lot of retries.
Yeah. Although I personally found it much easier, this entire stage much easier than the last one. But I don't know. I think considering that one took me forever to get through, anything would have been easier.
Now's a good time to tell me something.
This is another manhunt moment.
Let me go.
Grab the guy while he's pissing.
I don't know what's going on. Honest. Jigsaw's men, all in armor. Open up all the cells.
I guess that explains what the rest of the Eternal Sun are doing.
Yeah. Rest in piss, motherfucker.
Leave the one-liners to Frank, mate.
That is an actual line from a song by the Acacia Strain.
Make that pig die nice and slow.
Enough cops have died today.
Now, unfortunately, on hard mode, it is impossible to save the cop. Yeah, even 2 headshots is not enough to kill the guy.
Yeah, for a
And you
second.
can't bring your own weapons, so.
For a second, I honestly thought you shot him yourself. Well, no, that's not how you save him.
Yeah. Now you'd know if I'd done that because I would have failed the mission.
Yeah.
I hear you got something to tell me.
Fuck you, Castle. You won't get nothing out of me. Jigsaw's offering a reward for killing you, Castle.
Thank you, Hispanic Steve Bloom.
I wasn't sure if he was Hispanic or Russian.
There's no flashbacks in this level.
Ah, shame.
We saw the last of them in
Tell
the
me why
Chicago
you
building.
shouldn't die right now.
Oh, and here's a great interrogation.
Would be nice if we could see it, but
Yeah. Even in the uncensored version of the game, this is the camera angle we get. There's no way to fix it.
I can see why they would have censored this so badly. Because let's face it is pretty high up in the list of imitatable acts.
True.
Okay, I can help you with guys in the next room. Let me do the talking.
I'm pretty sure it's just a camera glitch.
Hard to tell, to be honest.
Yep. Okay, go talk to him. Go on. Get.
No tricks, or you die.
Keep your finger off the trigger. I'll get us through.
For some reason, this is the only guy you have to talk to again after you release him.
Weird.
Man, that pig's head popped like a melon.
I thought Resnick was gonna have a heart attack before we popped him.
Now let's see what our interrogatee has to say.
Payback. You seen him?
Diaz, he was getting punked over in D-Wing.
Gotta go see if there's something left.
That's enough to get us through, I guess.
Fair enough.
What if I don't want to get through? Unfortunately, that kills our special interrogation.
Yeah. Kind of disappointing the sprinklers didn't turn on then.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just to save the one.
for some payback. You seen him?
But I had to try it again.
Diaz, he was getting punked over in D-Wing.
Gotta go see if there's something left.
Now, the glory of the auto shotgun. Yeah, on unarmored guys, it just eats them alive. It's incredible.
Basically, any game that you can get an auto shotgun in is inevitably the best weapon.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an even tighter spread than the regular shotgun. Which means if you get up close, it just destroys them instantly.
Yeah. Just remember the one in Spec Ops: The Line, which, depending on who you ask, also featured explosive rounds.
Oh my.
Don't think it did, but it certainly tossed guys around like it did.
Where can I find more weapons?
You killed my brother, asshole! Screw you! I got nothing, man!
Oh.
There's Molotovs by the press in the corner. Oh.
Hey, it looks pretty okay.
Some things dark. I don't know. They can't all be golden, man.
Stop the presses.
Oh! God, that's even worse than the ones in the game.
Yep.
I don't know whether to be oppressed or offended.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
Fair point.
Let me through. I can keep you alive.
We're talking to guards way down the hallway.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of The Suffering with Ties of Bind, because there's a couple bits in that where you basically have to escort guards, and they usually die.
Yeah. Like, all the guards that you meet are pretty much screwed here. So far, everyone we've met has died.
Yeah. Except Molly and Soap.
True. I mean, Molly we're never going to see again in the entire game, so maybe she did die. No way to disprove it.
Overdosed on huffing dish rags.
Frank's first innocent kill.
Because seriously, that was a pan scouter. I've got like 3 of them in my kitchen right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this level is pretty interesting in terms of its origin story. Are you familiar with the Cell one-off?
Yes, one of my favourite Punisher stories of all time, actually.
Yes, then you should recognize most of the story of this particular level.
Yep.
And therefore the entire game.
You want to take this one, or?
You can do the honors.
Okay. The Cell is a max one-off, a one-shot.
By Garth Ennis.
Yep, it's one of my favourites. Frank gets himself arrested and taken to prison again. Seems to happen every time he gets bored.
Now, I believe it's specifically called Ryker's.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but you're probably right.
Yeah, I want to say it is.
Yeah. Over the course of about, 2-3 weeks, sends tensions in the prison to boiling point.
Yep.
Eventually engineers a riot. All to get 4 men and... No, question, 6 men, is it?
I want to say it's 5.
5,
Split
yeah.
the difference.
Yeah. 5 men. Who have basically set up a sort of semi-private fiefdom in the basement of the prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were all high-ranking members of the same mafiosa.
Yeah.
Until they all got captured by police.
Yeah. So... Frank knows this, unsurprisingly, and he's there specifically to get these men.
Mm-hmm.
For the first half of the story focuses on him, setting everything up.
Yeah. Taking beatings from the guards and the prisoners, because the guards are completely corrupt. Absolutely all of them are owned by the Mafia.
Yeah, basically everyone's in the payroll of these 5 guys.
Juicy.
Freshly pressed. Damn it! Should have said that 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
The second half, or most of the second half, is the mafiosa trying to escape, and B, trying to work out what it is the Punisher has against them. Because they work out quite quickly that he's toying with them.
Yeah, he's obviously going directly for them. He set up traps all around their cell so they can't escape.
Yeah, and they work out that, you know, this isn't business as usual. This is a vendetta that he's got against them.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of it is them, you know, trying to piece together what it is that they did to piss him off so bad, because he is going beyond the Call of Duty here.
Yep.
And what they can...
Good use for the silencer there.
Pew, pew,
shooting
pew.
corpses.
They're trying to work out what it is that one of them has done and who it is, and if they can offer the culprit to Frank in order to let the rest of them, you know, at the very least have a quick death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some of them are volunteering to see, like, leave me for the Punisher and escape for yourselves.
Yeah. And it turns out that all of them are, you know, even it's like the high-ranking, it's like the Don, his consigliere, 2 of his hatchet men, and another guy who's high-ranking.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that, you know, even the consigliere, who's really just a glorified accountant, all of them are about the worst of the worst.
Oh yeah.
For various reasons. You know, there is not a single innocent man in this. And it's...
Which is obvious, they were mafiosa.
True, but even, you know, for a standard Punisher story, it's...
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
Yeah.
But that's not a secret to the others.
Yeah.
2 of them specifically have their own secret.
Yeah. So it kind of... It winds up coming across like the Punisher's version of the Saw movies. The first one at the very least.
Sort of, yeah.
Because it winds up being 5 men in a room, all of them with secrets, and the secrets slowly, you know, coming out and becoming unraveled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easily one of the tensest Punisher stories I've ever read. It's great.
Yes.
Don't want to spoil it. If you get the opportunity, go and read it ASAP.
Mm-hmm. I would absolutely recommend reading it yourselves, yes.
Yeah, you will not be disappointed.
All I'll say is that there's a reason they replaced these guys with Jigsaw in this version of the story. Because Jigsaw does not appear in the Punisher Max continuity.
No. The story... It deals with something from Frank's past, which is all I can really say. But it deals with it in a much different way than it would with the standard, the usual 616 Punisher, for those familiar with the terminology. So, you know, it's basically a retelling of a classic story, but in a vastly different way.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it ends up being very, very similar to the plot of this level.
Yep.
And, actually, this game came out 6 months before Punisher the Cell. So this was the inspiration for that comic book.
Yeah, they end up being kind of inadvertent tie-ins to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of interesting the way that they feed off each other.
Mm-hmm. And we've talked a lot about Garth Ennis as the writer of this game.
Yep.
Which is, of course, the case. He had a very strong influence, and most of it is inspired by comics that he wrote.
Yep. But
he also had a co-writer in Jimmy Palmiotti, who was a long-term Marvel writer on The Punisher from before Garth Ennis' time, and numerous other Marvel properties.
Yep.
He's mostly an artist, but he's worked as a writer many times. And there's also 2 guys with the last name Baralt who have writing credits on this game.
No idea who they are. Palmiotti at the moment is actually working for DC. I think he's working on the current Harley Quinn series. It's either Harley Quinn or Power Girl. I can't remember which.
Interesting.
he used to do a lot of work with Joe Quesada, who is the Marvel editor-in-chief. But Palmiotti, who basically the pair of them came up from, independent comics, kind of vanished into obscurity for a long time. So, I couldn't help but wonder if there was some bad blood between them. If anyone in the thread knows, let me know, because that's something I've always wondered.
Yeah, I'm very interested myself, but obviously Garth Ennis had a lot to do with the writing of this game, but not everything, so...
Yeah. I think Ennis would have mostly done Punisher's dialogue and most of the setting, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of premises that are based on his original works.
Yeah.
Oh, here I'm showing off that if you use the roll when you're right next to somebody in slaughter mode, you slaughter them.
Go full Wolverine pounds.
Yeah, every button you press while in slaughter mode kills somebody.
What about the pause button?
Yep. You can probably kill someone with that.
Kill him out of boredom.
Oh, and if you haven't noticed, a ton of the guys around here have auto shotguns.
Yep.
Making this the hardest section in the entire game.
At least until you get hold of one, in which case it becomes a shitting gallery.
I mean, it can, but we're on hard mode. They've got armor.
Yeah, true.
They're basically immune to auto shotguns. This part right here has killed me a ton of times, and it's the very end of it, which is infuriating.
Yeah, I mean, you got, 3 body shots in that guy, and he didn't even flinch? Don't even think he took any damage.
Mm-hmm. And you have to open the door to attack them, and they're both propped up right in front of the door with cover. It's brutal.
Kind of disappointed one of those wasn't Stan Lee.
I hear you got something to tell me.
You are without honor.
He appears in every other goddamn Marvel thing.
Yeah, have you seen the... They released an image of his cameo in the upcoming Deadpool movie, which is going to date this LP badly. I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks like they're at a baseball game, and he has like a friggin' desert eagle in his hand. He's pointing it at Deadpool.
Yeah, he always sticks out like a sore thumb in every movie.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was really bad for that. With him playing an intergalactic space pimp.
I wonder if he was in either of the Punisher movies.
Don't remember, I don't think so.
Pretty sure he wasn't, but...
He wasn't in Warzone, I know that much.
Right after I'm done with you.
John Saint. Or do you go by Jigsaw now?
So we finally meet Jigsaw, and we can't even see his goddamn destroyed face.
Yeah. Kind of, They hype up how horribly mutilated he is, and here he is wearing a fancy balaclava.
Yeah, they never once in the game show you Jigsaw's destroyed face.
Yeah.
They do in the criminal chart that you have on your wall, but
yeah,
not in the actual game.
The hit list thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he's just really modified Iron Man from the Stark Industries level.
Yep. It's pretty disappointing, honestly. This is not a really fair fight in any regard.
Yep.
There's no real clever twist to it whatsoever.
Bullets won't penetrate that armor. Maybe his jetpack.
I don't know, seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah, we were hitting the jetpack all along. It's got a weird hitbox. As long as you're shooting him from behind, you're pretty much hitting the jetpack. That part was super easy.
Yep. Here's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, super hard. They introduce a new kind of explosive. Rams.
Yeah.
I assume the R stands for remote, because that's the gimmick of it.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
It kind of looks like the lambs from Deus Ex, for those who are familiar with that. Which I think was sort of like light anti-tank munitions or something.
Yeah, basically they are remote-controlled mines.
Yeah.
Throw him down, and then he runs away, and then you explode him.
Yeah. That, or you place them down somewhere, you lure him over to them, and blow up in his face.
The thing is, he knows where they are if he sees you throw them down, and he will run away from them and then explode them himself from a safe distance.
Yeah. So you do kind of have to be quite clever with this.
Yeah.
It's no Mr. Freeze fight from Arkham City, but you know, it's decent for what it is.
Come on!
Yeah, I mean, it's only mildly disappointing,
Yeah.
which I guess is something for final bosses.
Yeah. The mid-2000s weren't really great for game endings, let's be honest.
True.
I mean, what you had this, you had Bioshock 1 and 2. Pretty much every other game that was decent and not an RPG. And even RPGs had crappy endings.
Yeah, endings have always been rough in video games.
Yeah.
Let's not even say Splatterhouse,
Uh,
because that ending just like ruined the game for me.
I think that disappointed non-committal said it all.
Yep.
Also, people will be glad to know that, yes, the Rams do respawn, so you're not limited to, you know, having to run to the other side of the map to pick up more.
Yeah. They only drop in this little corner, and they are on a timer after you pick one up.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can hunt down white commandos to get more.
Yeah. But,
white commandos are extremely dangerous.
yep, and there's really no need to.
Yep. You pretty much just want to hang around this corner. Grab them when you can. If you get a Rams on Jigsaw, he will suicide bomb you.
Yeah. I mean, I give them kudos for trying something different, because it isn't, you know, shoot guy in head for the nth time, like every other boss in the game.
But I mean, it's a guy whose head is his iconic, you know, the feature that gives him his nomenclature.
Yeah.
And you don't even see it in the fight.
Yeah, it's like...
Would have been kind of cool to have to like put it in your crosshairs.
Yeah. It's like sewing up Deadpool's mouth. What kind of idiot would do that?
Exactly. It's also a very long boss fight, and any slight mistake you make is fatal.
Yeah.
Because Jigsaw does a ton of damage.
Ironically, even as long as it is, it's the kind of thing that would have been much more interesting if there were more phases to it.
Mm-hmm. No kidding.
Just, you know, different.
Yeah, split that up into a second phase. Add something new.
Yeah.
Hey, how about a little help here? Please?
Jigsaw! This is Captain Patelli. The chopper's...
So, what are you gonna do with Jigsaw?
Kill him.
Oh, please don't do that. I'll catch so much shit. He's in police custody.
Not yet, he isn't.
Jigsaw!
Chopper's here, Jigsaw! Release your hostage and you're free to go! You have my word! Jigsaw! This is not the deal! Release the hostage!
Released into your custody.
How the fuck did that happen and why?
I don't know. Well, clearly, after the events of Punisher Born, Death interceded.
There you go. Okay, now I understand it.
Marvel no prize on the way to me.
And we're rewarded for our surviving that lengthy boss fight with an awesome song. And appropriate visuals for this very metal song.
Yeah.
By Alien Ant Farm.
So metal.
Oh, Jesus.
Why couldn't they have played that Eternal Love for this bit? Get down, dude. I miss Big Head Cheats.
Yeah. Too bad they died with the N64.
Yeah. Garth Ennis, salute you, sir. Did his head just pop?
It looks like that, yeah. Yeah, they're just showing us weird clips of debug mode.
Yeah.
Clown with an eye patch.
It doesn't work with some guys.
I do notice that there's special kill blotches next to all the torches here.
Yeah, the tiki torches.
That would have been cool. Oh, and a little bit about scoring, to complain about it even more. If there's multiple types or multiple of the same special kill in an area, the repeated ones only add 150 points, not the full 1,000 that a special kill is worth. So you can't grind a lot of points that way. Special interrogations offer no bonus points whatsoever. They are identical to normal interrogations for score purposes. So there are no real opportunities to exploit getting tons of points, except for in the beginning of Gray's Funeral Home.
Also, Steve Blum should be taking up at least 7 spaces on that. It's interesting to see some of the names. Robin Atkin Downs is probably one of the most best known there, along with Nolan North.
Yeah, I certainly didn't recognize Nolan North's voice in there.
I thought I did as the guy he strapped into the electric chair, but I wasn't sure if it was him.
Very well could have been then.
Yeah, James Arnold Taylor as well, who is best known for playing Tidus in Final Fantasy X and Xander in Drawn Together.
Oh my.
Yeah. And then there's others like Nika Futterman, but...
Yep, a lot of talent. Performed by not applicable.
Yeah, that's what we all think about Alien Ant Farm.
Yes, indeed.
It's kind of interesting that one of the debug videos there showed jumping, which isn't really present in the game.
Yeah, true. Not only that, but leaping.
Yeah.
Climbing over the whole level.
Not sure when they took that out, but that kind of looked like a sort of graveyard level that he was on.
It was the beginning of the zoo. Yeah. When did they take this out?
Seriously.
I want Disco Dance Punisher.
Breakdancing Yakuza. Wait, wasn't he a guy in one of the Metal Gear Solid games?
Wouldn't surprise me. This is a form of breakdancing.
Slender Man Punisher.
Classy image of a guy with backwards hair.
Kind of looks a bit like Astro Boy. You know, with the little spit curl head thing.
Yeah. God damn it.
And this was the point where I gave up on humanity.
Yep. Can't blame you. It is kind of disappointing that they really pissed away the whole tone and you know, serious nature of the game here in the credits and at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Where the Punisher apparently steals the clothes of Jigsaw and changes everyone's clothes all around. So I guess there's naked Detective Soap on top of the prison right now.
Don't really want to think about that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless he's... It could be worse, because Frank could have swapped clothes with him, which is what I originally thought.
Yeah. But his clothes should be ruined by him getting shot in the heart by Jigsaw.
Yeah.
No explanation for that.
Punisher's just too badass to die? I don't know.
Something like that.
The end just really kind of... I get... It's obviously we're wanting to do something seriously badass. You know?
Mm-hmm.
There's no question of that. And then they did it like that.
Yep.
And it's like... Okay, do you actually want to explain what happened? No.
Would have been nice.
Or at least done something different, because... You know, the way they did it there is just stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Certainly the Punisher movies always found a better way of ending.
Yeah. I mean,
but oh well.
I don't mind the hero being, you know, able to take 1,000 bullets and not flinch, but when something blatantly obvious like that, and in a cutscene, just seems pointless.
With no explanation? Yeah. Bummer.
the final insult. An assault on my home must be avenged. If I let this stand, my enemies will see it as a fatal weakness. The Punisher must die, and at my hands. Since my current employees have failed me, other measures will be undertaken.
Quite a sequel hook to a game that hasn't happened and probably never will.
The end. No moral.
Yeah. Of course, I've always got the pet peeve of games that end with sequel hooks, because it's never a good idea.
Splatterhouse.
Yes, indeed. And most games, really. Games just don't want to end these days.
Yeah, well, it could be worse. I mean, stuff like Prototype 2, which actually did get a sequel, and Lord knows we wished it hadn't.
Yep.
It's John Romita Jr. artwork, I believe. You can tell because there's lines all over the place that don't make much sense. I'm not a fan of his art.
That image out of context was half decent, though. And Wilson Fisk, the one survivor of our rampage.
Technically Bullseye as well.
Yeah, but he's broken to pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of him.
I think he's just minutes away from Kingpin telling him we're getting the fucking Ava.
Mm-hmm. And it looked like Jigsaw also survived. It's at least implied as a strong possibility.
Yeah, technically I suppose, but...
If they had gone with the sequel, I assume they would have brought him back.
More than likely.
Because he's a fucker that just doesn't die. In the comics, anywhere.
Yeah. He's died in the main timeline at least 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And he just will not stay dead.
Yes, indeed. So, sorry for the bit of a disappointing ending, but the last level was very strong, I think, and I certainly hope everyone has enjoyed the Let's Play. I've had a good time doing it.
Yep. Apparently I've only managed to bore half the audience, so...
Yes, indeed.
I'm grateful for that.
Job well done. Very good game. Highly recommended you play it, because it's extremely fun.
Yep. Definitely
And,
check out the comics if you ever get the chance.
Absolutely. If you've learned nothing else from this Let's Play, read some Punisher comics.
Yeah. Do it. No, read some fucking Punisher.
Thank you very much for watching, and there's one video remaining with the rest of the challenge mode. I'll see you for that.
Adios.